Now she was a lolly. This starts in the life of Shido, an ordinary high school boy. Well, not so ordinary, because he lived alone with his sister. She was very friendly, except that she sometimes kicks him. Yes, like this. For nothing! On the first day of school, Shido was supposed to have lunch with his sister at a restaurant after school. He said he was going to be there, no matter what. He went back to school and met his friend, who had just gotten a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend? How? When? Where? Let me see her. Yes, look. Come on now, that's a dating simulator. A girlfriend is a girlfriend. Well, I don't find any faults with your logic. Suddenly, a space wave had been detected in the area. What is that supposed to mean? Don't worry, I'll explain it to you. Now pay attention. One day on Earth, a strange phenomenon called a special earthquake occurred. It destroyed everything around and left more than 150 million people dead. These were still occurring after 30 years, but no one knew what caused them. But we're about to find out. So, the whole population evacuated underground, but Shido remembered his sister and was afraid that something might happen to her, so he ran to see her. But suddenly, a space wave appeared right where he was, destroying and leaving serious damage in the city. Although, curiously, at the center of this explosion, there was an attractive woman with a rather strange costume and a 2-meter sword? What? And she began to attack the protagonist. You two are here to kill me. But what are you saying? Like, killing you? I would never kill someone. And out of nowhere, other girls with armor and piloting robots appeared and began to fight. Pin, bang, boom. But they did not do anything. Although in one of the explosions from the weapons, the protagonist ended up unconscious and after some time magically awoke in a base. And well, they explained that the girls that he found before, the one in purple, was a spirit, and that she was from another place, and when they arrived on the Earth, they created these explosions, the so-called space waves. Also, the ones who fought against the spirits are known as the anti-spirit force. Alright, okay, it's a bit weird. But well, basically, when a spirit girl comes to Earth, produces an explosion, and supposedly these are bad because, well, it kills people. And if that wasn't enough, it turns out that the sister was the commander, and that she changed drastically. At home, she spoke quietly. She was very polite and warm. Then she suddenly started calling her brother a dog, punched everyone, and licked a lollipop all day long. The whole series has it in her mouth. It's unbelievable! Finally, they ended up recruiting the protagonist. But why would you want me? Just to let me live my normal life. I don't know how to do anything. Look, you must make the spirits fall in love with you. With all your charm, that's how they will be defeated. Although clearly, it will not be easy because they will want to fight with you. Yes, you heard it right. He has to make the spirits fall in love, kiss them, so that way they will seal their powers. What? And that's how Data Life begins. But before, you would help me a lot if you go down and comment what you thought of the video or anything. And since you are there, subscribe and leave a like. Yes, I know it's a bit lazy, but it doesn't take long and it would help me a lot so that YouTube recommends my videos. Thank you very much. But before he started his hard training, first with normal people and then with the spirits, they gave him an earphone to help him. So basically for him not to say stupid things. And the first person he had to train with was his teacher. Yes, he had to make his teacher fall in love with him. Well, I had to tell you, you have been the love of my life. I want to marry you. Ah, straightforward. And unexpectedly, it ended up working out. Yes, he fulfilled every boy's dream. His teacher falling in love with him. What? Then, he also trained with a girl his age, named Tobichi, and got a date with her. But suddenly a spirit arrived. It was the same as before, so he went to see her. He applied what he learned and ended up telling her that it was not going to hurt her. that he would be there for her, and they ended up becoming friends. He invited her on a date and ended up naming her Toka. Later, she returns, changes her outfit to a schoolgirl, and they go on a date. Ah, the power of love. And well, more than a date, it was a buffet. The girl was eating a lot. She ate a lot everywhere they went to, but so exaggerated. And after eating all of this, she went to about 5 different places to continue eating. Well, they held hands, went to play the machines and played this game, and let me tell you something, this is fake. I played like 20 times and got nothing. They won the potato or whatever this is, and everything was going great. He realized that he was really good. Well, everything was fine except for the fact that Shido had spent a lot of money. But suddenly, someone shoots. Although they didn't hit Toka, Shido got shot, and that's how the protagonist dies. Cue the sad music. Alright, that's enough. Toka was about to kill the other girl because she felt happy when she was with him. She put on her costume and took her sword, and the fight was about to begin. Let's go! Toka was about to kill her, but the protagonist revives and falls from the sky. Suddenly, Shido, taking advantage of the fact that they were together, kisses her and thus stops being a spirit. Yes! Well, it will bankrupt you, but it's worth it. The next day, Toka moves to Shido's home. He found her in her bathroom and also went to his school. She was in love with Shido, as well as the white-haired Tobichi, who were always together, and both kept fighting for Shido. Now, another spaceway would come. Now she was a lolly. So Shido met her to make her fall in love. He asked her out on a date and they casually tripped and kissed. Oh my god. But the anti-spirit group arrived and attacked the girl. In order to defend herself, she ends up summoning a giant rabbit or whatever that's supposed to be, and she escapes. And Toka ended up upset because she thought she had been switched. The next day, he finds her again because she was looking for his animal and ends up taking her home. I don't know if it would be the best thing to do that knowing that Toka is there too. Then, the girl began to lose control while fighting against the anti-spirits. But don't worry, the protagonist was there and found the animal. He managed to calm her down, and what was not supposed to happen, happened. Well, she's probably 1,000 years old and trapped in a girl's body, and the guy is 17 years old, so nothing happened, right? Right? Actually, what a poor guy. He has to be with girls and kiss them just to seal their power. Poor thing. Poor guy, he surely suffers a lot. If I could, I would change places with him so he doesn't have to suffer anymore. And another student had been transferred. This one was Kurumi, and when she came out of nowhere, she said she was a spirit. This one had killed more than 1,000 people. 10,000 people, and Shido had to win her heart. And it turns out that just after arriving, without even knowing him at all, the girl had feelings for the protagonist. And when she was about to declare herself, she makes her famous ara ara. Later, when they were leaving to school, Kurumi was being molested by some boys, and well, they ended up dead. She is crazy, but she's very pretty. I have to say it. And yes, she was very sadistic and psychopathic. The next day, Kurumi had been killed. Yes, killed. What? But she arrived at school as if nothing happened because she could control the time and had clones. When she saw that Tobichi was also interested in the protagonist, she almost killed her because she wanted Shido no matter what. So the protagonist, in order for Kurumi not to start killing everyone, he had to make her fall in love with him. So he invited her on a date. The problem is that everyone loved Shido. Yes, he suffered a lot. So she was also invited to a date with Toka and Tobichi. Coincidentally, they were there all at the same time on the same day. How the hell did that happen? You could say today I can't, better tomorrow or later, but, well. So first he went with Toka to the aquarium. He was there for a while, but the other girl was already waiting for him. So he had to use the secret, "I'm having a stomachache" technique and went with Kurumi. They had the wonderful idea of going to a lingerie store, but these girls from her class came in. So he had to use the secret stomach technique again, and he went to see Tobichi. And well, this got out of hand quickly. He had one of the girls waiting, and the other girl was eating alone, and the other was looking for him. He went to the bathroom like 30 times. Stop for a while, don't you have other techniques? And well, what had to happen ended up happening. Tobichi and Toka ended up bumping into each other, and both ended up saying that Shiro was on a date with them. Meanwhile, Kurumi, as the sadist that she is, started to kill some guys. The main character appeared and was about to die. But they just came to protect Shiro, and so they started to fight. Kurumi fell down and died, but she was a special type of spirit, so she came back to life out of nothing. And indeed, she came back as if nothing had happened, but this time she would achieve her goal no matter what. She put the whole school to sleep, except for the main character, Toka and Tobichi. She ends up calling him to the roof to devour him. Her face changed and everything. She wanted to eat him. Sometimes she wanted to be his girlfriend. Yeah, so weird. She was about to swallow him, but they came to save him. Tobichi and Toka arrived. She used the Kagebunshin no Jutsu. The only thing better than one of her is hundreds like her, and Kurumi ends up winning. But just at that moment, the protagonist's sister arrived. Yes, his own sister, but as a spirit. The sister, who works in an anti-spirit company, but actually was a spirit, ended up throwing a projectile to kill her. Shiro ended up getting on top of her, and Kurumi ended up escaping. The protagonist ends up in the clinic, and we learn that the sister's spiritual powers have returned. Shiro is going to have to go on a date with his own sister in order to seal her powers? So they ended up going to a water park. But Tobichi found out that supposedly the protagonist's sister was the spirit that had killed her family. And while they were in an amusement park, she attacked by firing a missile. The sister, even though she did not remember anything, counterattacked. Luckily though, Shiro and Toka ended up talking to her and they both calmed down. And that's how Date Live ends. But well, if you want me to talk more about Date Live stuff, let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to like the video. Subscribe, leave a like, and comment. That's all, and see you next time.